Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 96. We don't have a lot left to do. We have Ulfar's quest, Mars Eye's quest, and then to walk bravely first into darkness. So, Epitaph. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. Let's go find out what we can do. Ice World, Rocky World. This place is done. There's our warp gate. Let's move on to the next location. It is chart new routes. What do we see? We're over here on a part of the map that nothing exists. So let's go here. Let's make it safe. I think we have enough points to make everything safe. Chart new routes. Get a point back. Go see what's in this system. There should be Mars Eye's quest here, and what else?
This hallowed vessel bulkheads will hold strong.
It's space combat. Okay. Well, guess what we don't have installed today? We don't have Toy Box installed because I wanted to test something. So we're going to test something, and of course, once again, we're just a really bad driver. We're not Rain Man. We managed to get ourselves in a position where there are ships behind us. We are the poorest captain in the Coronis Expanse, no question. Lots of ships here, though, so we should definitely make sure to use our tri-torpedoes. So we'll shoot one out the rock this way. Let's do this kind of thing. This is something I like to do. Where are the rest of our ships? We got you two bozos. You two bozos. And you guys are really far away. Can we get pointed downwards at these guys? Yeah, kind of. Okay. In that case, let's launch some that way to keep them kind of busy. Now, how far can our thing shoot? It can't quite reach that guy up there, but if we move over... Now does it reach? Yeah! Okay, they don't have their shields up. I'd really like to be closer if I could. Now let's see who we can drill here. Because, yeah, we can get him with the dorsal.
Let destruction fall. Eviscerate them.
Only 67%. Wow. That seems a little foolish. Okay. What else? Focused efforts. I don't really need anything else here. These guys are going to shoot at us, and they're going to shoot... Are they going to hit our side, or are they going to hit our fore? He's probably going to hit our side. Let's do this. I want to use Master of Maneuvers. Warp Channeler. I want to do this. Oh. I can use this again? Ooh. That's tempting. I know I can blow one of you up, though. By making him move. I think that's safe. And then we'll move... We'll put shields on this side, on our starboard side, and call it a day. This guy's gonna go up here and distract them for a turn. Wow, he did damage to them when they got their cloaking up. Yeah, but he won't live long. Wow, he gets to move all the way there and shoot me in the ass twice. That definitely is feels like an Owlcat thing, doesn't it? Move really far and shoot you in the ass twice. Oh, and he's dead. He didn't even get a full turn. Wow, okay. Oh, I get to get shot in the ass again. Man, it's colonoscopy season here. Isn't it? That's just wonderful. The Heartless can't finish that guy off. Those little ships could if they could get down here. Poke him. Okay. Oh, yeah. Torpedoes don't get a go still. Okay. That's what I wanted to make sure. Geez, are they even on the list anywhere? Where is that guy coming from? Oh, from way down here. Oh, great. Wonderful. Boy, sure would be nice if I could use my torpedoes. Okay, let's do this. You're done.
Target destruction confirmed. Praise the Omnissiah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we take control of... Okay. That's not what I wanted, but... Dang it, I don't even get to choose which torpedo I want to take control of. Wow. They really hate me here, don't they?
Emblazon our path.
Okay. We do damage to you 32%. That's why I didn't want to shoot you guys. Well.
Macro cannons, annihilate them.
Wow. Bummer.
Let the incandescent beams scorch our enemies through blessed glass of fire.
We decided to mine this asteroid over here as a bonus. Okay. Warp channeler. I want to do this. Mostly because I want to get out of this guy's way. We can't hit him. But what I want to get far away from those things because the missiles are going to be kind of our decoy. Let's move this over to this side. Port side is up. God, they get a shoot and then move way out of the way where I can't hit them. That's annoying. Jesus, they get to shoot so much. Oh, man. The Heartless. Can your little interceptors here kill something? Good. Okay, we got some torpedoes here. These torpedoes can do this.
And so it will be with anyone who stands in our way.
Not necessarily. Don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. Round 3. Ships coming in. Come on, boys. Make your move. Okay, and then the torpedo's gonna go again. Really? That's just... so it's not toy box. That's what I wanted to verify. Because I was having a graphical glitch happen in my game. You might have saw it in the last couple episodes. And it turns out that that was the responsibility of a mob. That was being caused by a mod. It's the mob called Micro Patches, and it's in there for the Kimura cure, because during Kimura you have to keep doing this coughing every 15 seconds that interrupts all your animations, and it's just super annoying. Why? You know, I can only hope to God that Alicat patches that out with their next patch. We'll see. So what would we like to do here? Can we do a U-turn? We can do a flip, can't we? Full U-turn at the end of its movement. That's the problem. It's at the end of its movement. I'm not excited about that.
Chart a course.
So we need to move over to, and we can't. That's a bummer. Okay, let's shoot this off in that direction. Let's try to do this. Okay. That spun him around, which is great. That's what we want. Let's launch a torpedo like that. Yeah, let's just load him up. Let's load him up. Okay. Last Hatred frigate. There they go. They're gonna die now. The heartless. More like the brainless. These guys are like, I'm flying back to mommy. I'm hurt. Mortality denied. What now, boys and girls? Oh yeah, they're going after those fleets hard. We can go after a bunch of people. Let's hit this one. Let's take the big hog out of there. Now, can we get in a position to shoot these guys? How far can we shoot? Oh, we can shoot that. That's nice.
Eviscerate them.
Okay. 2 squares away, so even if we were to use our boost, we can't get the dorsal fin there. The dorsal gun. Okay. Well, let's set ourselves up for them to shoot at us head on and leave it there. Heartless, do you know who to shoot first? Okay, not so brainless after all. Torpedoes. Also known as decoys. Decoys away. Now what are you gonna do, punk? You gonna go shoot the Heartless? Yep. We'll bury him. And now since we can go twice. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Twice in a row for the torpedoes. This should do it though. Mommy, we got through it. The Black Heart is here. What a surprising turn of events. Do you still wish to go to the rendezvous point? Oh, most certainly. Marzai lowers his voice to a bloodthirsty growl. We're just getting started. Well, one can hope. Okay, let's see about this. I think most of these planets are empty, and I'm not sure why there's... It's not like putting down... anything is going to help. Emerald fires. Okay. Most of the surface is covered in icy dunes with greenish highlights. At first, officers aboard the vessel decide that the unusual color of the ice is due to a quirk in the atmosphere. Later, it becomes evident that the source of the highlights is a group of monstrous pyramidal structures wreathed in an emerald fire. Examining them in detail with magnoculars, it can be seen that one of the monoliths is damaged. A device on its wall emits an energy beam at a similar pyramid not far from itself. The Von Valencia scouts approach the monoliths with as much care as possible, fearing the appearance of an enemy. A small servitor, sent to gather data about the energy beam, clearly demonstrated the destructive power of this xenotechnology. After carelessly making contact with the beam, it instantaneously broke apart into minuscule pieces. It is curious that the second pyramid is still intact, and that only matter at the source of the beam is being destroyed. The energy beam barely reflects off the dark metal of the pyramid. Occasionally, a scarcely visible wave runs across the surface of the monolith's walls, after which the material appears to become even smoother. It's as if one monolith is feeding the other, not destroying it. A few scouts decide to come closer in order to better examine the phenomena. The soldiers of the Von Valencias notice a fragment of metallic ribcage melted right into the material of one of the walls, like a bizarre bas-relief. Between the rows of ribs, a talisman of black stone shimmers, with colored light after each wave of energy. The figure to which the talisman belongs shows no signs of life. After a quick debate, the officers decide to take the artifact on board. The withering shard. The wearer's strength, toughness, and agility are decreased by 15. The wearer can use heroic acts at 125 instead of 175 and desperate measures at 50. The wearer is considered as having the heretical adherent, if they do not already. Nice if you have to replace Cassia, if she has abandoned you for some reason like ours did and you're playing heretical all the way, that kind of a character, because Cassia as a navigator and Sopagos as a navigator uses their perception for their dodge instead of their agility, so we wouldn't mind losing strength, toughness, and agility. Wouldn't be that bad. Losing some hit points would suck, but getting heretical so you can use certain kinds of items would be useful. There's a lot of heretical gear in this game that you don't get a chance to use if you're not going the heretical route. I've been running a heretical playthrough recently, and it's kind of fun to have access to all this gear. Like in the early game, a character like mine that uses swords gets a really nice life leeching sword. Only heretics can use it. It's really handy. It's rare to find such an ominous phenomena in lifeless ice. So that's it. Anyway, what I was going to say earlier was there's no point in putting extractiums down because we don't need them for anything at this point in the game. So I don't know what surveying all these does, really. Confusion reigns among the Void Ship's auger operators. The unidentified emission keeps disappearing, then reappearing on their scanners. At first, it seems that sandstorms are to blame for this, hiding the source of the radiation. A team of explorers easily overcomes these storms and begins studying the surface. As their account suggests, the planet remains littered with broken and mangled ruins of Xenos origin. Insect-like constructs flicker among the ruins, like static on a malfunctioning cogitator. Their black metallic bodies are equipped with grappling blades, which bring to mind the spindly legs of spiders. With each occurrence, the devices look more and more distorted, bent, and sometimes even appear directly in the remnants of walls or overlap each other. The only stable thing in this structure is a deep hole with a melted rock at its center. Whatever purpose the structure served for the Xenos, the meteorite destroyed it long before the arrival of the rogue trader. Majors Hahnemann volunteers to lead the observation team. His passion for the Xenos devices borders on heresy, and he takes a long time after his return to the report to the Lord Captain. Later, Pascal admits that he is discouraged by the gap between the scientific accomplishments of the Xenos and the capabilities of modern tech priests, as he should be. But that's religion for you. prevent you from learning by scaring you with heresy, keeping you in the dark where you belong, ignorant like fools. A Necron ring. The greenish glow of the gigantic ring made from unknown materials flows through the windows of the captain's bridge. The void ship's instruments measure a whole spectrum of various emissions. Sometimes the dull green is darkened by clouds of space dust or bent by gravitational waves. The object most closely resembles a portal, albeit what's passing through it cannot be clearly defined. Additional equipment and a closer position allow the team to understand part of what's happening. The portal seems to resemble the gate devices used by the Aldarian Drukhari, only made of different material. The metallic shine of the ring alternates with the darkness of the large blocks of stone, reminiscent of the material that makes up the famous Cadian pylons. Analysis of the wave's signatures indicates that the construct once used parts of the webway, the Aldari system of pathways. However, in its current condition, the portal is not fit for transporting vessels. It is unstable and often begins unleashing dangerous cosmic objects. Instead of transports, the gate spews forth dark light waves and deadly breaths of incandescent gas, the latter taken from a star's photosphere. The Nymerius gains the ability novelty effect. During the next combat, your flagship's evasion will be increased by 15% against Necron enemies. Arcs of incandescent star gases bursting from the ring pierce the darkness of space, reflected by the surface of other celestial bodies in the system. At times, dark light waves bend the edges of the portal, but they are quickly restored thanks to the enigmatic flowing metal. Then lashes of purple clouds, dissected by threads of lightning, appear in the center of the ring. An unseen force prevents them from reaching the other side of the portal as the blocks of black stone become covered in purple scarlet illumination. If the ring truly were a portal, it is not fit to serve as one any longer. Stellar heat and gravitational force forbid any vessel from passing through it. According to the ship's astropaths, the purple clouds are an even more dangerous phenomena, indicating that the powers of the warp are eager to flow out of the portal into real space. As if to highlight its deadliness, with the next wave of dark light, the portal throws out the shattered remains of an unidentified void ship. It's hard to believe that a civilization capable of creating a device as powerful as this one could have undergone such a decline. We get some trophies. Let's go up here. Orbit the planet and scan. And here we go, the Drukhari camp. Okay, I need to check Marzai's gear first and level him up, so let's do that first. Let's level Marzai and see what his stuff looks like here. So we gotta find Marzai on the Excel spreadsheet, scroll way over to him. And he's got the last 2 of the last 5 nodes here. Fainting attack is what I have typically picked up from the assassin's next single target attack will have a minus 50% armor penetration penalty with a minimum of 0 armor penetration and a plus 10 lethality. If it's a melee attack, its target rotates 180 degrees. The enemy's dodge and parry against the assassin's attack is equal to 0% until the start of this enemy's turn. So it's a way for him to make it easier for other people to hit. If it's a ranged attack, its target is forced to move to the closest cell in a 3-cell range with no adjacent cover, facing toward the assassin. This movement provokes attacks of opportunity. Okay. So fainting attack, and then we give him strength. Do a little more damage. Let's take a look at his gear. Alright, I think Marzai is ready. So, let's go see what we can do here. We have to take Marzai with us. Pascal, Idira, Jai. The only thing I'm missing really is Cabela. I would like to get her in this group. I don't think we're going to need Pascal. I don't think there's I could be wrong about this. I don't think there's going to be a check for him. So I'd rather have Cabela. I need one more person here who could do a lot of damage in short order. So I think having an extra damage dealer here like her will help. Let's go do her last. One of her last ones. Let's go look her up on the spreadsheet here. Cabela gets Captive Audience. The Blade Dancer's next attack inflicts bleeding on all targets hit. These targets must pass the toughness test or become immobilized. All enemies immobilized by Captive Audience count as full cover for the Blade Dancer and their allies when adjacent to those enemies. That's kind of fun, and I've wanted to use that a little more. Next, ranged attack or psychic staff ability inflicts damage over time. That's more for Adira. Next melee attack forces all enemies to hit and run away from the Executioner in a straight line for up to 3 cells. That can cause attacks of opportunity. Movement through these bloodstained cells costs the Executioner 0 MP. I would almost rather have that. I want to try this. I know what Captive... I know how it works. I've used it before. Veil of Blades is also kind of neat. Costs 31 wounds to use. Faces a side of their choice and immediately ends their turn. Until the beginning of the Blade Dancer's next turn, they can dodge area attacks without moving, are immune to all types of force movement, gain 20% parry against attacks from that side, and can now parry attacks made against adjacent allies. While under the effect of the Veil of Blades, the Blade Dancer can even parry ranged attacks, except ranged area attacks. Chance to parry a ranged attack is calculated as if it were a melee attack. I want to try that. I've never used that, and I want to try it. I want to see what it's like. And then she's going to get strength. So, yeah. Let's try that and see how that works. Okay.
Would you look at that?
A dead body. Ooh. The Virulent Slicer. Tier Blade Gloves. The wearer's damage is increased by 1% for every 2% of wounds lost. Well, you just got some new toys here. Oh yeah, that's better than the Sharpened Venom Blade, and it has better armor penetration. Plus 10 parry and minus 10 to enemy weapon skill when hit. Mars Eye. We get here and already you get an upgrade. What a miracle is that? Damage is increased by 1% for each 2% of wounds lost. So you gotta lose 10% of your wounds to gain 5% damage. I mean, you obviously do a lot of damage then if you really get hurt. I'm gonna leave the gloves on he has right now because that makes his toughness 40, which gives him 4, which gives him about 10 more hit points, I think. Maybe not quite that, but... Judging by the blood dripping from every crack in the broken armor, the Xenos inside practically exploded. The cause of the gruesome death is unclear.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
The destroyed Xenotech gives off a repulsive chemical stench.
Didn't flinch.
Oh, really?
There's no
Brother,
waste
what did we
time
end
with
up with there?
pleasantries.
Head trauma. Alright, we used a bunch of med kits and trauma kits and got everybody healed up. That was lame.
I always
A
have a backup
revelation
plan.
was sent to me.
Yeah, the revelation would be good if people could find it. Lord Xenos, go Jai Hedari.
My pleasure.
Empyrean guides my gaze.
One and it's done.
How can we drag out the time? Let's add traps. A Kabbalite warrior. The convulsing Xenos is dressed in reaving Tempest armor that has been pierced by weapons in several places. The dying warrior raises his head and stares at you. He sees Mara's eye and opens his bloody mouth. You refuse of the arena. Not refuse, refuse. It's the same word. Oh, Mara's eye's movements are swift and precise, making the dying Jukari gurgle and fall silent forever. The Drakon pensively wipes the blood off his blade. They must be taught to worship me anew. They've been fighting for a long time. A heavy ordeal for Drukhari. Protracted battles in real space require particular dedication and ferocity. Strange. What is happening on the planet? Carnage. Killing enemies or each other does not matter. They suffer as I have suffered, driven insane by the voice of silent thrash. In real space, it can only be drowned out by the whistling of blades, the moans of the dying. What is strange? You cannot see it, Holt, but the very battlefield is strange. Clashes between cabals are different from raids on Monkey worlds. I can draw attack vectors in my head as much as I want, picture the squad locations, and so on. It does not make sense. Nothing about this makes sense. What if the Reaving Tempest is not feuding with the Black Heart, which tracked my cabal down here? What if they join forces? For reasons that currently elude me. Then everything points to the fact that these warriors from my cabal were not killed in battle, but butchered like cattle after being brought to the front lines. Time for us to go, then. Indeed, my weapons have been sheathed for too long. They've joined forces to put an end to you.
A minor setback.
Jai.
Is there money
Done.
to be made?
Are there traps to be avoided? What are we looking at now? There's something over there, maybe. I don't want to walk more than 2 feet, because... Trap. Nothing there, the end of the map. Okay. Oh, I hear the slithering of things. How cute. Oh, mini creatures. The Drukhari look foreign against the background of the gorge. Long black fingers that brandish their weapons when you approach. An angry whisper runs through the ranks of the Xenos. It seems they can barely restrain themselves from lunging at you. Marazai answers the unkind rumbling with contemptuous laughter. Excellent. I expected nothing less. Do you hear how much anger my mere presence provokes? Oh, how I will cherish the slot. You know the Xenos in the split golden mask. The figure who presided over your fake inquisitorial trial emerges from the haze of anguished memory, shrouded in the parasite-induced gloom. Nazrakai, Archon of the Black Heart, in the flesh. What a surprise. Marazai's voice is deliberately calm, but you catch a note of genuine surprise, even amazement. This is the last thing he was expecting. You came, you foolish whelp. The mere sound of Nazrakai's voice gives you an itchy feeling in your head where the brain-eating maggot once wrestled. Karel was not lying when he claimed you would be stupid enough or brazen enough to show yourself before the Reaving Tempest again, or rather, before the new ranks of the Black Heart. I see. Impressive, Marazai. They sent an entire cavalcade of high-born Xenos after you. Marazai grins back. Well spotted, Holt. An entire cavalcade. What happened, Nazrakai? What is the reason for all this attention? Nazrakai is in no hurry to reply, running a finger along the edge of his blade and gazing intently at Marazai. I have come to teach you a lesson, whelp. You make an example out of you in the presence of the rest of your wretched cabal, which the Blackheart has graciously accepted into its ranks. There is something familiar about Nazrakai's face and movements. Until you understand, you have seen the same lurching gestures, the same twitching in Marazai after he withered and was driven insane by the unceasing whispers of the warp. It seems the Archon has spent too long in real space. So the invitation was a trap after all. By the stars, you Drukhari are so predictable. Marzai shrugs, clearly mimicking the human gesture. So neither of us had any doubt about what was going to happen here. The remains of the Reaving Tempest have joined a different cabal. Your monkey master does not even let you speak without permission, whelp. You are pathetic, Marza. Perhaps you should think of your impending doom as deliverance. The succubus next to Nazarkai looks at you. The Azariash betrayed and offended their cabal. One by her weakness and irreverence, the other by his pathetic performance at the Obsidian Court and an alliance with the Monkey. To call oneself of the Reaving Tempest these days is to be dishonored. Its former members may pass into death or into servitude to a different master. Archon Nazrakai granted his favor to the scum who once served the Azariash. I gave them the privilege of joining the Black Heart, the greatest cabal of glorious Camorra, but only if they tracked down and brought back the last surviving member of the former Archon's line, the last living Azariash. Your former warriors have done their part, though not without assistance from the witches of the Fatal Thirst, but that is no reason to deny them credit. You hear the creaking of gloves as Marzai's hands clutch his blade, a telltale sign that he is not merely annoyed, but beside himself with fury. Marzai's face is a complex mask of emotions, rage, astonishment, and realization. He begins to speak, his voice unusually hoarse and quiet, the words meant only for Nazrakai's ears. You were not planning to overthrow Urimares. You did not plan to make me the new Archon of the Reaving Tempest. From the beginning, you only wanted to destroy my cabal. The Reaving Tempest. Such a grand name for a pile of rubbish led by a haughty bitch. The sniveling wretch thought she could bend the laws of Camorra to extract the cabal from the protection of the Black Heart. No one rejects our favor without consequences. I had just begun planning raids on the Spire, when who should come to me? You, the Cabal's Drakon, who longed to regain the favor of the Black Heart. You asked for an alliance to bolster the loyalty of the Reaving Tempest. You pledged your allegiance. I confess, for a moment, I even entertained the thought of installing you as Archon. But that moment melted away at the thought of tearing the Reaving Tempest apart from the inside without having to lift a finger. You were the one to suggest holding a fake trial for Urimares. No matter the outcome, you promised to condemn her in the name of the Black Heart, your voice being second only to that of Asdrubal Vecht himself. You let me set the stage with my own hands. Marazai's voice trembles with admiration and rage. And then you delivered the verdict, stripping the Reaving Tempest of its Drakon and showing the others that the Cabal had made a mistake and grown weak. Folks, this is called info dumping. It's exposition, except it's done through dialogue, but it's the writers speaking to you and not the characters speaking to anyone. This is the lowest form of writing. I'm sorry that I have to keep nagging on the writing in video games, but it's the thing that I'm the most in tune with as a writer myself. And it's shit like this that drives me fucking bananas. Why did we play the whole game if they're just going to Netflix summarize this for short attention span people at the very end of the game? Why did we even bother playing through Chapter 3? There's such a better way to write a video game like this, so that when you get to this point in the story, you don't have to info dump an exposition. You don't have to do the recap like a TV show on the last episode of Rogue Trader. This kind of crappy writing just irks me. It's like fingernails on a chalkboard. So what about Nocturne of Oblivion? What part did he play during the trial? Nazarkai gives you an exasperated look but does not deign to reply. He does not know that, Holt. The great Archon of the Black Heart does not have the slightest idea what the Arabenian was doing at his trial. You forget yourself, whelp. This, by the way, is one of the reasons that I don't stream a lot. I mean, the major reason I don't stream a lot is because of my schedule. And another reason that I don't stream a lot is because if I do find a game that I like, and instead of streaming a bunch of disjointed episodes, I'd rather do a linear Let's Play with very clear episodes that are clearly labeled so people can enjoy it that way, kind of like a TV show. But another reason I don't stream a lot is because I have to mute a lot of crap. Me sneezing, me burping, me falling out of my chair. These people who are on camera the whole time while they're streaming, people like Dan's Gaming and Luality, she dresses up so nice in her dresses, and Fighting Cowboy. I don't know how they do it, because I'm like, man, I gotta blow my nose. I don't want that on camera. I have to blow my nose a lot. I have to sneeze a lot. I get an ocular migraine. I'm sitting here pulling my glasses off, poking my eyes, rubbing my eyes, trying to be able to see. There's so much stuff that I don't want people to see on camera. Anyways, we move on. So the Reaving Tempest was doomed from the start. Oh, yes, it was, for sure. The outcome was known long before the story began. One Azariash brought the wrath of the Blackheart upon her cabal. See, I'm just reading the words. But this is why when you are self-editing, you should read everything out loud. And this is the best writing advice I ever got. Was Stephen King has great writing advice in his own writing book, and one of the things that he says is, after you finish the first draft, stuff it in a drawer and don't look at it for 6 weeks. Then go back and edit it and make the second draft. That's brilliant advice, and that was probably some of the first advice I ever heard that made sense to me, and it actually works. But the other piece of advice I got that goes with that is, like, when you're doing your third and fourth and final drafts, when you get down to what you think the final draft is, you've edited it, you've stuffed it in a drawer, you brought it back out, you've gone to all the things that you want to do to make it really good. Now read the whole thing out loud. And you will find errors just like this. One Azariash. No, it should be once. We're missing a C. And you would catch that if you read it aloud. Once Azariash brought the wrath of the Blackheart upon her cabal, the other became the first pillar to fall at my command. And now the remnants of the Cabalites, still loyal to Vect, will put an end to the history of the departed cabal. They brought me to you, and they will drag you back to Camorra in chains. Why not just kill him? Carael's voice is devoid of any emotion. The Azariash have lost the right to be considered the first among us. If the Blackheart wills it, we will destroy those who have dishonored the Cabal. Which reminds me, like, my wife has to write a whole bunch of papers for college. If for some reason you're a college student or you know somebody who's going to college and they have to write a lot of papers, tell them this. Write your first draft. Set it aside for a little bit of time. Like, do your homework early. If you've got a paper due in 10 days, write the first draft early. Give yourself a day to sit on it. Go back, read it again, make any changes, but then read it out loud, and you will find clumsy sentences and clumsy sentence structure, and you'll be able to fix it. There is nothing that fixes bad writing faster than reading it out loud. I'm telling you. Mara's eye pierces Carael with his gaze before shifting it back to Nazarkai. Then why did you serve me so well by bringing my sworn enemy here, Carael? Both he and the remnants of the Reaving Tempest will be mine. Mara's eye slaps the soul trap hanging from his belt and laughs derisively. And I will forever listen to your agony. Kill them. Kill everyone except the whelp. I need him alive. No, you don't.
Wipe your disgusting
All right.
presence out of existence.
We have a bunch of losers over here and a chimera. And the chimeras, I think, are the things that have that alternate turn phase shift. Yeah. I think the phase shift is the thing that lets them have... They have to take damage, and then the next attack, it makes it so they don't take any damage, and then the next attack makes it so they do. So... There's that. There's nobody behind us, thank God. Okay. And there's all these losers out front and a rancorous Slith. Archon Nazarkai's got 1,400. They've got 1,900. Okay. So Pagos, clearly you're going to be where you are. I'm going to try to get everybody else kind of behind cover. So I got really good cover here. Jai, that's you. Unless you want to move really far back there. That might not be a bad idea. Same thing with Adira. Let's move her really far back. We're going to switch you guys. Adira, I want you kind of on this outer edge so you can move over here, get behind this cover, and bomb everybody. You're going to give her tons of damage to do it. You have got some cover there. Okay. Let's put you there. Let's put me here. And let's get the killer instinct over here somewhere. Kind of spread. She's going to have to move a long way, isn't she? Cabela, what do we want to do with you? Let's move you there and kind of keep everything spread out. All right, let's go. So, damage from you guys. Let's do this. Yeah. Let's do that.
I will triumph.
Now let's look at willpower and toughness down. Oh, perfect.
I need no guidance.
Okay, warp damage incoming for a whole bunch for you.
One step closer.
You're gonna take it. What do we have here? What's our bonus? Grand strat. For one round, all allies in that area gain 20% cover efficiency and reroll all failed characteristics tests. Okay. I like that. In that case, I can't give you guys the cover down here, can I? What about here? Okay, I'll do that.
Purpose guides me. I will not
Boink.
stoop to this.
The next target gains plus 60 increased hit chance on their next attack, plus 60% dodge on their next dodge attack, and the chance of success. Okay, so that's Glimpse of Fate. If I can pull that off, that'd be kind of nice. But right now, we got to do this. Let's go like this. Pagos.
I will triumph. Show them no mercy.
It's a lot of pain. I'm going to see about hitting on you guys, too. Yeah, I like that.
Ruin back home.
High momentum. Okay. Mr. High Momentum. Well. Yeah, we're going to do that. Just trying to figure out what I want to do here. Plus 60% increased hit chance on the next attack. Dodge on the next dodge. Yeah, I want that. That's going to be for me. Oh, I can't hit me with it? Oh, I don't necessarily want to do that tomorrow, Zai, then. Can I get Cabela with it? Yes.
One step closer.
Okay, Cabela, you might be the person that I'm going to give this to, then. Let's do Voice of Command to boost your stats.
I will triumph.
And then let's do this. Finest Hour.
There is no mercy found in my heart.
Okay. Yep, let's get over here and try to at least have you try to kill all these guys. That'd be great. Let's do plus 87% damage. That's nice. They haven't got to go yet, so the rest of these don't really work. Except for this one, I can get Blood Oath. Mark a target and get an AP back. Let's do that. You're going to die.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
Let's go. That's why. Okay, we also have Dance Macabre, Acrobatic Artistry. I want to get these movement ones over in the same place. Veil of Blades. Oh yeah, that's her new ability where she gets to point to a side. I like that. That's going to be so cool. Okay, I need to put her next to him to end this turn. Can I get you in there? That'd be good.
Blades and shadows.
Oh, we're dancing. She's got... Okay, that's... I'm trying to remember what weapons she's got. Let's go.
Not death is a blessing. My blade whispers your name.
That's just beautiful. Okay, what about here?
Trust me.
You can kill this one.
The shadows come.
The other side awaits.
Do we get any more movement? What are we? How many of these do you have? Just one? I really wish they would change this so Death from Above showed up at the top of this list right here so I wouldn't have to inspect. Please, Alcat, make that change. It would be great. So I can move you here. I can move you here. Okay, let's do this so you're on here and you get these bonuses. Because we're going to do... There's nothing else we can do other than shoot. We can shoot. Okay, we can shoot. This is going to cost 2 AP. Veil of Blades. It costs 0. 31 wounds to have. Why can't I use it though? Specific weapon required. Okay, I gotta have the melees on here. That makes sense. I can do 56 for here. 71 for that. Okay, let's go. Wow, she's pretty effective with that. And she gets to shoot again, of course. And she gets high momentum. Oh my god. So she can do Carnival of Misery, but these guys don't have any damage over time. So we're going to switch back to this. Oh, she does have one more leap, though, doesn't she? Okay. Is there a guy here? There is. Oh, and she has Death from Above. Death Waltz. Okay, hold on. We may be able to kill more people than you thought.
Brings me no pleasure.
He's like, I got damaged. I'm bringing a friend over here. That's fine, because guess what? We're going Death Waltz on you, pal.
The undying Emperor whispers his will.
Holy bejesus. Okay.
The shadows whose death is a blessing.
And I was like, I gotta find someone to remove so I can take Cabela with me on this quest. Unfortunately, we can't leap over there, so I'm not worried about this. I want to do this. Yep, I want to do just like that.
As honor ordains.
Okay, so Pagos, we're back to you and you're fine. You're not going anywhere. Marasai, you finally get to go, dude. Okay, let's see. He's got an opening right there, but there's stuff in the way. He's got an opening right there. Okay. Let's see. I've got all this junk in the way. That's not helpful. What about right here? I use him so little that I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with him. Let's go charge and try to hit this. Okay, now he's got an opening on that side. So we can do Dance Macabre. Dash in a straight line. I don't care so much about that one. Dash. Break through. The warrior gains a slash ability. This ability can not be used again this turn. Okay, because it is in competition with charge, so you got to choose one of those two. Okay, that makes sense. All right. What are his other abilities? Death Whisper. Makes an attack that does not count towards the attack's per turn and does not block the assassin's movement, but deals damage. The attack successful, the target suffers a hemorrhage effect. Okay. Aim for the opening. Reckless Strike, yeah. Killing Edge. Granting a plus 40 dodge to the target of the sack. If the attack hits, it deals extra damage. Damage increases twice by the percentage of the target's missing wounds. Okay. Let's try to do this first. Okay. Now let's try this one.
With grace and malice.
It's definitely malice. Joyful Torture deals strength bonus rending damage to Marzai and he starts bleeding. While Marzai is bleeding, he gains +3 resolve.
Watch.
Poke this guy in the back. Now what do we got? Reckless Strike, and we still have aim for the opening. Whichever side is closest to the assassin. Okay, but that doesn't matter because we're not going to do anything. I can dash in a straight line. Suffering -8 less damage from attacks of opportunity and gaining +18 dodge against enemies that dash through until the next assassin's turn. If the assassin has not dashed through any enemies, they end their turn and gain +8 cover efficiency. Okay, I don't want to do that necessarily. I want to do Endure. Sworn Enemy. Oh, I should have used that. Okay. kind of want to dash through an enemy here. But this guy has got a gun, so if he wants to shoot Marzai, he's going to have to shoot at the snake.
I will savor your delectable.
So I'm going to move him here in case this guy decides to shoot. He's going to have a line here. He's very likely to hit his own people. Next single target attack will have a minus... Yeah, I'd like to use that too, but I don't have it set up. And then what's this? Elusive Shadow. Lowest priority target for enemy attacks and gains the elusive effect. Okay,
Don't
sure.
distract me.
Let's end the turn then. Oh, no way! Oh my god, she's a goddamn Jedi Knight! Did you see that? She just parried all of those attacks into the snake. Oh, that's my new favorite ability. Oh, I'm taking that every time. I'm taking that earlier. That was so badass. And then Cabela gets her normal turn. Cabela, would you like to come hurt someone?
Blade and
Oh my
shield.
god, that was awesome. It's times like this I love this game. Can you kill this guy? Yeah, you can. Okay. We can't get that guy, so let's just move back here. How many of these do we have? How many are stacked on you? 2 or 1? 6? Oh, he's dead. We're not even gonna need Holt. We're not even gonna need Adira. This guy's dead. Oh, I missed. I'm in too big of a hurry here to get the killing happening. Dodge?
As the tenants.
You're not dodging me, pal. Where's everybody else? Oh, there's more people? Oh, there's a bunch of people up here. Oh, fun. Okay. Straight line for up to 6 cells. Can I get you over here? Alright, let's go
As on our
here.
old days.
I really don't want to use any more of those. I want to bank some in case I can get up here. But I also kind of need to be close. I want to do this. I want to be out in the open. I should have stayed right here. That's okay. I'm going to do this. Veil of Blades in this direction.
I shall not fail.
Oh, there's a bunch. That's right. There's 3 guys up here and 3 dudes up here. I missed those. Okay. Adira, they're up there. Do you think... Can you see them from here?
There is movement in the Empyrean.
Let's do the standard stuff. Let's buff me.
But of course. What?
Then all I need to do is attack.
On it.
Can you hit these guys up here with this?
Will do. I can hear a whisper.
Yeah, you can hear a whisper, but you know. Oh my
That
goodness.
is not my destiny.
You know what? And until the end of all combat, all burning effects will be more. Yep, more. Oh, you got high momentum. Can you nuke these guys? You can't. Can you nuke these guys? They look like they're a little bit more out in the open. Come here.
Cover me.
It's nuking time. You're 90% to die. Let's do this.
The whispers must be up.
You're dead, man. I don't think that affected them. Okay. Jesus, everybody's got high hit points too. Regen yourself. I think you're done. Holt von Valencius, you can get up here and do a ton of damage, so let's go make it happen. Let's just go kill people, shall we? Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Oh, you dummy. Make sure you pull this off first. Reckless abandon. Okay.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping. Oh, I should have done the line beam. That's okay. That's okay. We can attack this guy. Let's do the stabby stab.
It's as good as
I'll show you the real pain.
I get my extra attacks this turn, don't I?
who would love me.
My extra attacks, because it's my first turn, I get my extra 4 psi attacks or whatever they are.
Never stood a chance. I'll make it happen.
You're dead.
On it. Another enemy down.
Silent Thresh, he says. Yeah, you can Silent Thresh all you want. You're gonna die. Okay. Jaya Hidari, unfortunately you're going last here, but you may be able to grant someone a half turn and it would be the right kind of person. So we're gonna go put you up here.
A moving target lives longer.
Can you get him from there? No. Can you get Adira from here? Yes, okay.
Tell
Boink.
me, and it is done.
Let's do this
Am I getting paid for this?
and this.
Don't get too cocky.
Okay, you can do a bunch of extra damage. Inspire. It's gonna take off, yep, half of it for that. And then Linchpin.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Give her a turn. A half turn. Enough of a turn to do this.
But of course,
Marazai looks around the battlefield where the enemy just got completely fucking destroyed. Nazukai is dead. Sinistoria is dead. And all those cowards and sycophants are dead. Every last one of them. Does this mean there's no one left to threaten you? Mandrakes, Nazrakai's followers, the remains of the Reaving Tempest. No, I am still in danger. But will they risk hunting me, a Jukari, who lives in real space and has destroyed all of his enemies? I doubt it. Well, the fun's over. Time to return. Indeed. And once we are back, you and I will have a talk. But for now, let us collect the trophies. I would say. Good lord. Oh, that was so fun. That was like, hey, you've got all these skills.
I always keep my options open.
You've spent the whole game building your character. Now have some fun blowing stuff up. That was insane, Cabela. You rock. The Jedi Knight thing. I mean, Obi-Wan would have been proud. That was incredible. Yeah, I'm taking that ability from now on. That's hot. That's hot how good that is. Wow. Okay, what do we see on the map? We see something over here. It's Kabbalat Warrior. And then we should be able to go back to here. We can talk to Marazai on the ship. That was just incredible. I'm so thrilled. That kind of stuff is fun for me. I love it when these party-based CRPGs let you get powerful and let you use it. XCOM 2, like I was saying in one of the earlier episodes, does a really good job with that because you end up fighting enemies toward the end that are much, much harder, and yet you've got all these tools at your disposal and you're so much more powerful, and it makes it really fun. The Baldur's Gate games are great at that. Baldur's Gate 2 especially, you get to fight 3 dragons in that game, and they're really tough fights, but you couldn't do them without the spells and skills that you have at that point in the game. It's just a lot of fun to be able to get that powerful and do stuff with it. It's really neat. Marazai, where are you, my friend? Because that's the thing that annoys me about some of these games, is that sometimes their favorite tactic is instead of letting you bask in your power and throwing super powerful enemies at you and letting you wipe the floor with them, they'll be like, oh, we're going to take all your stuff away, the go to jail quest, or there'll be some kind of special aura or force or anti-magic zone that basically nerfs you so that you're more or less playing like a level 1 character again. And I always hate that. It's like, you know what? I spent my time in the lower levels. I fought enough rats and bats and spiders. I want to have fun now. And I want to use all the tools at my disposal. So that was a blast.
Rogue trader.
Well, you have finally dealt with your last enemy. What's next for you?
The Cabal is as good as dead, and everyone who wanted me dead has perished along with it. Now that I'm no longer being hunted by assassins, I'm free to choose my next steps. It is a strange feeling. I will grapple with that later, but for now, new blood and fresh suffering awaits us. I would hate to miss all the fun. Then go. I will find something to amuse myself with.
Proceed to the meeting place. Why does it consider that a failure? We proceeded to the meeting place. It wasn't really a meeting place. It was an ambush place. Well, that wraps up Marazai's personal quest. Now we need to go do Ulfar's. Fenris Hjorda. Find the place where the baleful Hal Pack went. So we'll get him equipped and ready to go and go do that. But folks, this has been a hoot. It's just Cabela being able to Jedi Knight things. That's insane. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. Okay, everyone. You know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave questions and comments down below. I will see you next time, and until then, Ramble-o-matic, me, rambling away. Happy gaming, everyone.